Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this 2016 Tesla Model S 75 that we have for sale. One fantastic battery electric vehicle. The Model S has been in production since 2012. Now it's 2022. A lot of people ask me about the reliability and durability of electric vehicles, how long the batteries last, things like that. Well, there's no guessing anymore. Tesla has been building battery electric vehicles since 2008, the Model S since 2012, and now it's 2022. And there's Model S's out there with 200,000, 300,000, 500,000. There's actually one Model S out there with 1 million miles on it. The one with 1 million miles had to go through a battery replacement, but just like an engine in your car, when a car is designed, the engine is designed to last a lifetime of the vehicle. That's the same for Tesla and their batteries. Their batteries are designed to last the life of the vehicle, hopefully 200, 300,000 miles or possibly longer. Tesla uses lithium-ion batteries, which are very high-quality batteries, a long life, and there's plenty of Teslas out there with lots of miles on them. The battery degradation is minimal. There's one Tesla out there that has 200,000 miles on it, and I think the battery is still like 80-90% of capacity, which is awesome. Far better than some other people that make electric vehicles. I'm not going to name names. And the big thing about it is Tesla's been building electric cars longer than everyone else, and they have more electric cars on the road than right now. They have about 3 million electric cars on the road. They have a lot of experience of updates, thermal management, battery technology. Tesla is great at efficiency. Tesla seems to be able to eke out more miles from a battery than everyone else does. They just have an amazing synergy with their products. And this is a fantastic one, a clean Carfax vehicle, beautiful premium interior. Tesla actually did away with real leather in 2018. Now they just use a synthetic leather. It looks great, but you can definitely tell it's synthetic. This is the real deal. So if you prefer leather, you might want to look at an earlier version of the Model S, because after 2018, at 2018 and after, they did away with the leather interiors. And also a sunroof that opens. Tesla in 2018, they also switched to glass roof panels. Back in the day, they put opening sunroofs, and some people like that. The Model 3 and the Model Y are more mainstream. I have a Model 3 myself. I love Teslas. We have a big pre-owned business at Infiniti of Tacoma. We have 12 Teslas in stock. We've sold probably 100, maybe more over the last couple of years. And yeah, they're awesome. I love them, and they're just so many cool features. I love the mobile app. No one that I know of has a mobile app anywhere close to Tesla. So here is this very Tesla on this app. You can start it with your phone. You don't even need the key. You can just use your phone as a key. You can open the windows. You can turn on the climate control. You can put the heated seats on. You can see where the location of the vehicle is. Maybe if you forgot where you parked it. Or if someone's driving it, you can see where they are, how fast they're going. If someone's borrowing it, we have Summon. So Summon allows you to make the car move for a little bit. It's kind of not as useful as some of the other features, but it's pretty cool. You have a security system. You schedule service and roadside assistance. This one has 62,805 miles on it, about average mileage for a vehicle of this vintage. You have this beautiful touchscreen. Most of the functionality is centered in the screen. And the Model S is more of an upscale vehicle than the 3. The 3 is kind of like an entry-level luxury vehicle. The Model S is a full-on luxury car. I call it kind of like an electric S-Class Mercedes or an electric 7 Series BMW. You have more pizzazz, more nicer features, like you have this Alcantara suede cloth on the headliner, beautiful leather and stitching on the dashboard, wood trim. You don't get quite as many of these features in the Y and 3. So if you're looking for a little bit more luxury, a little bit more upscale, a little bit larger in size, the Model S is a great one to consider. You can do software updates. We have highway autopilot. Autopilot is what we call an advanced driver's assist program, or ADAS. Autopilot is traffic aware cruise control, which allows you to brake and accelerate in your own lane, and it also allows the vehicle to steer in its own lane. These systems aren't like full self-driving. They're designed to be used in the highway. You're supposed to keep your hand on the wheel and pay attention, but Autopilot's amazing. I use it all the time. Basically, it takes the workload off of me when driving on the highway. I'm sitting here paying attention, supervising, but the car is doing the work for me. And you would be surprised, you don't know it because you've never done it before, but you know, just keeping your car centered on the middle of the lane on the highway, that takes a lot of mental stress. So Autopilot definitely makes your life a lot easier on road trips and cruising on the highway. So how far does this go? Well, right now we're about 80% charged. So that gives you 176 miles of range. When fully charged, the range is about 200 miles. This is a 75. 75 means that's the size of the battery. It's a 75 kilowatt battery. This one's rear wheel drive. When it says D, that stands for dual motors. That means it's all-wheel drive. But if you're comparing this to a 75D versus a 75, the rear wheel drive will probably be a little bit more efficient than a comparable dual motor with the same size battery because of the weight of the all-wheel drive system, the electric motor in the front, and it might create a little bit more driveline drag. So you're gonna probably get a good amount of maybe 10-15 more miles out of a charge than you would a comparable dual motor. Having a hard time talking today. The Model S is absolutely a beautiful automobile. It actually really hasn't changed. They redesigned it for 2021, but the exterior hasn't really changed that much. If you look at some of the 2021 models, they look very similar. Obviously, the interior change was a little bit more drastic. They have like the yoke steering wheel, which not everyone is crazy about. But why mess with something that is not broken? Even though this design goes back to 2012, the Model S is still, and this design is one of the most lowest drag coefficient vehicles on the road. There are a few other vehicles that have a lower drag coefficient, that are as aerodynamic as this Model S, and at the same time it absolutely looks beautiful. So they just did minor updates in 2021. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. They don't really need to do much else. And since this does not have a engine like a conventional vehicle, you have extra space here as a frunk, extra storage. We have tire chains for driving the snow. Here's a charging cable. This is also a safety feature because all this space here can absorb crash energy in a frontal collision, making it very safe. Where in a gas engine vehicle, you have an engine that can get pushed inside the vehicle during certain frontal impacts. That's not the case with this. You have all that space in there to absorb crash energy. Since the floor is completely flat, no transmission tunnels, no drive shafts, it allows for a good amount of interior space. Very comfortable back here. I'm 6'2". Very, very comfortable place to be. Beautiful, luxurious interior. It's not, you know, obviously as fast as a Plaid or P100D performance version of the Model S, but compared to most gas cars, this thing scoots along and you have instant thrust. As soon as you hit that accelerator, you get instantaneous momentum. You know, gas engines, when you hit the throttle, sometimes the engine has to rev to its peak power point. The transmission has to downshift to the right gear, so there is some hesitation. But with electric vehicles, it is completely smooth. And it's, you know, for me, especially owning an electric vehicle, and I deal with a lot of gas engine cars still. I love gas cars, but for me, I was spoiled. After 2 years of driving and seeing all these Teslas, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get one myself, and I'm very, very happy with it. My family is. My kids love it. You know, if you have kids or grandkids, friends with kids, nephews, nieces, Teslas tend to be very, very popular with the youngsters. I'd say they're probably the most popular cars right now of youngsters. They love the screens, they love like the silly things like the fart noises and things like that. So if you want to impress some young ones in your life, you can definitely do so in this beautiful Model S. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, and this has some perks to it that I forgot to mention. And I think they might be important for some people. I almost forgot to talk about this. This is one of the most important parts of this vehicle. So there are two things on this vehicle that you have to pay for now that you don't have to pay for in this one. And these are features that Tesla did away with, because Teslas are very popular now. Back in 2015, 16, in the early days of Tesla, they were still trying to get the word out. Gas was a lot cheaper, so they had to give perks to encourage people to buy them. And this has some really nice perks. Premium connectivity. Usually that is $10 a month, but this is free with this vehicle. I shouldn't say free, but complimentary. You're not going to have to pay $10 a month for it. Premium connectivity offers satellite view maps with live traffic visualization, video and music streaming, karaoke, and an internet browser over Wi-Fi and cellular. Some features such as karaoke and video streaming are not supported on some cars, blah 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 blah, but basically you get internet data through a cell phone transponder, gives you these Google Maps, streaming music, things like that. And the other perk is even better, and it's not on here, but I'll pop it out on the screen. And whenever we have Teslas, we always transfer them into our business account. So if features are lost in ownership transfers, we'll know when it's transferred to us, because it would be lost when transferred to our account. So when we transfer it to your account, we've never had any customers, knock on wood, lose any features. No autopilot, no free unlimited supercharging, which this one has. And I think 2016 is the last year that Tesla offered this. So yes, this features free unlimited supercharging. So Tesla has this amazing supercharge network, DC fast charging, where you can get a full charge in about half hour to 45 minutes. You do not have to pay for this. And it's expensive now. They've raised the prices. I just supercharged a Tesla P100 that we had in stock, and it was about $30 to charge that one. Free unlimited supercharging is like free gas. You can supercharge this as many times as you want. You could go on a road trip across country, go to the superchargers. They're not going to charge you for it. So that's pretty cool, pretty awesome, and unique to this specific Tesla. And I can tell you, we've had lots of Teslas, and I think I've had, out of the 100 plus Teslas we've had over the years, I think maybe 2 or 3 of them had this free unlimited supercharging. One awesome perk in a world of very high gas prices. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully see you soon and have a wonderful day.